Uh, uh,
Yes, PhDs and all this shit. They bitch ass niggas. You better stop. Sure. Fuck you. I don't care. Fuck you. You do not belong. That's right. You look at you with a PhD, you get more, the argument more, and everything. Fuck, stop making excuses for you. Anytime I have seen a dude say, this is like for a 5 year, I'm knocked out. 45 motherfuckers knocked out. 45 bitch ass niggas. 45 and no. Well, you think you're fucking around? No. You talking about the underworld and shit? What the fuck you think this shit like? Mm-hmm. Why do you think you don't bring your ass on the panel when you see the link being dropped? Because see, the problem is, sir, is that it is fashionable to be a bitch ass nigga in what's in Black America. Them dudes sold drugs not for survival; they sold it for bitches. That's what they did it for. And anybody justifying that shit, that's right. I'm glad you went to prison if you took the fucking actual time for that shit. That means you belong in prison. You don't belong out here. People who think that justifying the yes, justifying the crime bill got a lot of people off the streets. Now, If you were an actual addict to drugs, mad sympathy I have for you on this subject. If you was a person who got a gang of time and it being your first time who sold drugs, I get it. But just being against it for being against the reasons, dude, listen, man, this shit has been out there for a while. And don't ever fucking tell me that you ain't fucking researched the shit yet. That means I need to hunt you down and fucking take this paperwork and shove it down your goddamn throat. Fuck you. That's the fucking problem. I don't give a fuck about none of you street niggas. I think you motherfuckers are worse than the people who stormed the Capitol. Actually, you're storming the neighborhoods of black people by keeping your punk ass around here, not pointing out the fucking problems, that to stay away from this fucking domestic reptile and her fucking children and the person who fucking made this shit up in the first place. What the fuck do you mean? The crime bill? Like what? You trying to get some clout out this bitch? What for? Where's your research? Now, if you had something against that, you know what you would say? You would say that these are the crime statistics in my area. This is what it was, and the crime bill didn't do shit for my area. But we know that ain't the fucking case. We have music that was made off the shit. We have TV series that are made off the shit. So don't tell me that you don't know shit about the fucking culture to which you're fucking challenging. Don't tell me that shit. Don't tell me that. Those people sold that shit because they didn't want to go to school and do everything else that all other successful American citizens have done outside the dope game. They wanted it right up front. They wanted to go out there and sell that fucking product and make a whole bunch of money off of it. And when you got your ass locked the fuck up, don't nobody give a fuck about that. Dude, you sold poison to your own people within your own community. Be lucky we letting you walk around now with complaining about it. There should be no less than a SEAL Team 6 choppering into your location the moment you start talking about how you should have got away with selling poison to your own people within the fucking environment. Fuck you. Fuck you. You seen them other people's went to school and shit, and you just sat your ass out there, picked up this shit, picked up the connection and did that shit. Fuck you. And fuck everybody who fucking talking about it. PhDs included. There is no motherfucker who's going to talk about the crime bill around this bitch without talking about some fucking statistics behind it. If you were an addict and you got locked up, just say you were an addict. You took them fucking charges because you were a punk ass piece of shit hanging around gang members and shit, and they made you take them fucking charges. Why? Because you were a bitch. You was a bitch then, and you are a bitch now. That's what happened. The crime bill didn't do shit to your motherfucking ass. That wasn't done to your motherfucking ass by the actual upbringing and the raising that you was actually raised in within that fucking environment. Fuck you. You never show up on fucking panels. Ain't got no time. Ain't got no time to research the actual shit that had to do with the greatest failure in your fucking life. You did it for a fat bitch. Just admit it. You grew up in an environment where respect toward the women that didn't give a fuck about you meant your only masculinity within the fucking environment. Just fucking admit it. You never jump your motherfucking ass on panels. You ain't got no time for that shit. Why? I'll run your motherfucking ass out of town on a hot electric rail in a fucking heartbeat. You don't remember the people who wanted the crime bill to go through. There was a lot of people who did. You forget about everything going on within that fucking environment, but you just think, oh man, the crime in 1994. Where does motherfucker live at? Where do you stay? Are you still there? Same neighborhood? No skills? We're talking about some shit that happened 26 fucking years ago. You better have made some motherfucking progress, and you better not be talking about no motherfucking immigrants, nigga. 94 crime bill niggas deserve to be locked the fuck up. Deserve. You sold poison to the people within the fucking community. You should have never got out of jail. Never got out of jail. Ever. You know how many people I beat the shit out of for even bringing up that shit in front of me? Like, dude, I'm not even gonna go into it. But I'm just saying, dude, listen. You are a fucking traitor if you defend this shit. Where's your fucking smoke for the people who sold the shit? No smoke at all. Why? Because your punk motherfucking ass wanted to be just like one of the pieces of shit who sold the shit within the environment, who thought that I shouldn't go to jail because I did this shit. And I needed to survive. Fuck you. You're like one of these huckster ass motherfuckers online right now acting like they fucking alpha because they got access to a fat bitch online. That's what you are. You one of these motherfuckers. Don't bring your motherfucking ass to my goddamn channel unless you're able to defend your fucking point. If we started running these motherfuckers through a goddamn wood chipper 4 fucking years ago, we would not have the level of fuck niggas opening their goddamn mouth, claiming that they motherfucking masculine motherfuckers right now in the fucking environment. Take your ass to the Angry Man channel with that shit. They already got a place for fuck niggas like you. Take your ass to the Art of Itmore channel with that shit. Take your ass to BGS Itmore with that fucking shit. That's a channel for you. That's where niggas are who lay down a fucking red carpet for punk ass niggas like you. Don't bring your ass to my motherfucking channel, nigga. I don't like people like you. I hate people like you. There's nothing in my fucking heart that's going to forgive you for defending these pieces of shit. Who the fuck you think put these fucking kids in the circumstances that they are right now? There are places for your motherfucking ass. And it needs to be 9 feet under to 6 feet under motherfuckers who you look up to. Don't bring your motherfucking ass to my channel with this shit. Fuck you. They should have locked up any motherfucker who put their hands on that shit. Every single motherfucker who did it. And they should go back through all these live streams and lock up every motherfucker who's actually defending that shit, to include your motherfucking ass. If you did some time for that shit, fuck you. How come they could have just went to school and did the other shit to be successful within the environment like everybody else? Why they had to pick that shit up? Well, Ronald Reagan dropped that shit there. You didn't have to pick that shit up and sell it. They knew that they was going to have punk ass pieces of shit like you who was either going to sell that shit or who wanted to ride the nutsacks and lick the balls of the motherfuckers who did the shit within the fucking environment. I met real motherfuckers who sold that shit. They don't give a fuck about dudes like you. They're never coming on. Never coming on. Maybe you want to go stomp out a G with a PhD. I better not never see your motherfucking ass nowhere. Anytime I see your motherfucking ass in public, I'm going to put your motherfucking head in the goddamn ground. G with a PhD around here? Fuck you. You are never going to raise $50,000 to have a goddamn documentary talking about shit that you ain't even motherfucking trying to stop. Fuck you. and BGS Itmore and Artie Itmore and all these 50-year-old fuck niggas watching this shit happen in this space, fuck you too. Can I stand the sight of these fucking niggas around here? This is why this space have turned into responding to hoes rather than moving beyond them, because of punk ass, pussy ass niggas like the fucking motherfucker who responded to this shit. Fuck these niggas. I'm not trying to be friends with you niggas. I want you niggas out of here. Claiming to be community fucking minded, letting this shit go on, not pointing this shit the fuck out to nobody, so that way you can act toward a different group of motherfuckers in this goddamn sector, acting like this shit never fucking happened. Fuck you. This is the problem when you got too many fuck niggas on hand. People like this just think they get to ride out with that shit. That's the problem. These are the people who want to keep riding around this motherfucker, acting like they give a fuck about the people, acting like they're community minded and all this shit. Fuck you too. Tell me what the fuck you created within your fucking household before you tell me that you're community minded. This is what we got. One of these type of motherfuckers right here. I don't fuck with you motherfuckers like that. Every time I fucking look around, there's another gangster dick sucking motherfucker like this motherfucker right here. The crime bill was made because there was a motherfuckers who sold that shit in the motherfucking environment, who fucked it up for everybody else, who ran the people out of the fucking community, who could have been there, who could have built the wealth within that community. It could have been like every other community across America. But no, we let these motherfuckers sell that shit and come and talk that shit in front of everybody. Fuck you. SYSBM is the fucking future. We are not dealing with the men, the women, or the fucking children that made up this fucking shit within the environment. Fuck them. You want to talk to these raggedy assholes? You better have a fucking plan on saving these motherfuckers. And it ain't gonna be these young ass fucking children who got that shit straight. Everybody sitting around this motherfucker trying to make sure that the next generation get flushed down the same toilet toward the overly used women within the same environment. Say it again. You had to commit a crime to go to jail. You may got pulled over, but you may have you went to prison because you took a charge that you didn't want to take, because you thought that having a criminal record would have made your dumb ass more on the sexual totem pole toward the women within the environment who didn't give a fuck about you. I can't stand these motherfuckers. I never meet none of these motherfuckers in person. Not many, and every motherfucker I've met have met the motherfucking hand of the goddamn Damocles. I don't give a fuck about these people. They are the motherfuckers who we cannot move forward to. They are the reason why we are not fucking politically invested within the fucking environment, because we're too busy trying to clean up behind these fucking whores and these fucking fuck niggas around here. That's what this shit is. No embarrassment to be served from these 50-year-old fuck niggas within this goddamn environment. They could have taught you about the shit they never fucking told you. You want to know why? They wanted to be on top of the fucking bottom. That's why they did this shit. No, I wasn't muted. I'm just sick of the sight of these motherfuckers, man. Sick of the sight of these motherfuckers, man. The motherfuckers that have no fucking heart, no nothing. Still running their fucking mouth. There's two sides. There's the insurrectionists, and then there was the people who was not talking about insurrection before it happened. You better make sure that these motherfuckers do not have a level of future within your fucking environment. You leave these fucking women alone. You don't look up to these fuck niggas, and you fucking keep the fucking idea of the actual prize, which is yourself, away from these motherfuckers, and you cool. I understand. A lot of motherfuckers within this environment want to be cool with everybody within the motherfucking environment, don't want to take no sides within the motherfucking environment, but they expect 100% total and complete fucking hegemony within the fucking environment. I'm sick of these fucking people. Sick of them. Not that I'm not less successful than them. I am. It's just that the fact that they still get to breathe on the same planet that I'm on, and that they are here to hide the abject failure of the people within the environment by not telling these motherfuckers the truth and trying to restart this shit on a different season, that's the shit that fucking get on my goddamn nerves within this fucking environment. There's nothing wrong with the fucking manosphere. There's a lot wrong with failures who have joined the manosphere. Who's trying to take it in a direction that the manosphere never really was. That's just what we at. Anybody who's talking about the 94 crime bill should immediately have a B-52 strafe in this goddamn community. But for everybody else who think that dude's point of view is valid, fuck you. I don't give a fuck about that shit. End of the fucking day, you know you fuck niggas. You know it. You know it deep down in your fucking heart. You ain't got a level of fucking success that you need to fucking show anybody within the environment. And all these older motherfuckers are sitting around watching this shit happen yet again for another generation. I don't fuck with these dudes like that. Not at all. Not at all. And anytime you hear one of these dumbass motherfuckers talk about the 94 crime bill, ask him how much dope he sold during that day. And why does he have more sympathy toward the bill itself rather than the people who got ran out of those communities? Those crack babies that got born within that environment. The dudes that people thought that they should protect. Why the fuck do we have to care about the people who sold the shit? They never join panels. They never join with any type of information. They just walk through with the culture warrior bullshit. That's what they're here for. And then you see these dumbass motherfuckers on other people's panels and all this old goofy ass shit talking about how they were the man back in the dude. I don't want to hear how you was the man. Thank you destroying our fucking people back in the day. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear what the fuck you did with your own power and how you took it to these motherfuckers within the environment. I had to. Pretty proud of the fact that I left home at like 17 years old with the information of never bring my motherfucking ass back there unless with the same level of effort that I did to get back there. We got dudes who are 50 years old trying to challenge Mad Bus Driver X that his movement isn't even viable because he don't show his face on a camera. And that dude never show his face on a camera. Like, this is what I mean, man. Like, dude, like 50-year-olds been having a run and a tear within the space, man. Dude, it's time to go on offense. Fuck these dudes. It's time to go on fucking offense. Start pulling up on these motherfuckers and make the motherfuckers show their goddamn work. It's not hard to find these motherfuckers. I had these motherfuckers surveilled. Got a file on all these motherfuckers. All these dudes are full of shit. Every single one of them. The only thing they want to hide behind is broken women and broken fucking children and views of the simple fact that they're getting away with shit that they know they should be talking about. Sick of these motherfuckers. Sick of them. Every time I walk around, I see a fucking kid, whole life fucked up. Why? 18 years old with a 9-year-old mind state. He started telling me about his life. Oh, kid of a game dude. In the house of a woman who never gave a fuck about her child. Now this motherfucker's 18 years old who got to make up 11 years of masculinity in the eyes of a summer. These are the dudes who created this. These are the dudes who keep trying to recreate this. I don't give a fuck about you and your YouTube daddies and your lack of masculinity within the environment. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. If you still find yourself thinking that the 94 crime bill is the problem and that the people who did not take maximum effect of the things that happen within the environment is actually the problem, then do something wrong with you. Something is really wrong with you. I don't give a fuck about views and none of that shit. I don't care about that. I care about outcomes. Outcomes take a hell of a lot longer than views. Did you know that? There's a lot of people I talk to, tons of people, who finally got this shit, didn't even need to listen to more information. You want to know why? They got the shit and they moved on. But these dudes are trying to come back around here and do this shit over again. So now you have to act like everything is so cool within the fucking environment to the motherfucking point to where these people who show up everywhere else within the fucking environment is just sitting there doing this stupid ass shit. Man, I ain't with that shit. You're trying to destroy and damage real motherfuckers' lives behind the point that you don't want to admit that you made a mistake. You don't want to admit that you're not trying to uphold any standard within the environment. You're not trying to do any of that shit. Of course it did, Cedric Webb. Of course it did. But you think that dude looked that shit up? Of course he didn't. He's just looking at the fact that the women that like the 94 crime bill dudes is what he should be defending. Why? Because he ain't got no actual idea of masculinity for his goddamn self. That's right. Why am I the only one fighting for the right thing around here? And none of these other punk ass pieces of shit isn't. You should ask yourself that. You should ask yourself a whole bunch of fucking questions. If you could just cut out 2 people from your life and you can have a greater result later on, then that's what you need to do. Leave this fucking domestic counterpart alone and leave what the counterpart is actually powerful to fuck alone. That's the kids and everything else. Everything else is fine. I don't give a fuck about immigration. Immigration is just showing you how dumb you are that you let people who just got here move past your motherfucking ass because you stagnant. Didn't want to vote, didn't want to invest, didn't want to do all this other shit. The moment you seen somebody else show up, now you want to be involved. Why? Because you want to be the top of the bottom group of people. That has nothing to do with immigration. It has a lot to do with your lack of being able to move forward within the environment. Immigration isn't a problem. All you had to do was just vote for these motherfuckers to actually jail motherfuckers who actually hire people undocumented, and they'll be the end of the table. But if you don't know shit about the political process and never fucking show up to this shit, and you never had no explanation of why you showed up to this shit, we're 20 years beyond the point to where we could have made the actual all the games that should have been made should have been in the late 90s. But the trajectory of Black America was too focused on selling this goddamn bullshit and celebrating the music that celebrated the people who celebrated the bullshit. That's what happened. I know. It's not hard. It's very simple. And every person who defends this fucking, oh man, I'm against the crime bill. It's never addicts. It's never the dudes who got 20 years on their first offense with no previous criminal history. It's never those dudes. It's always all these other people. It's always all these other people. They can't show you how much time they spent in jail and prison and all this other shit. You think we need these people without any level of risk management walking around right now within the environment? You really think that we need most of these people within the environment right now who doesn't really care about selling poison to their own people? Those are the people you want free? And if you want them free, where the fuck they gonna work? Do you want them living around you? Why don't you hire them? How come you haven't built a business where you get to hire all these crazy motherfuckers? How come you haven't did that? Because see, pro-blacks know something that everybody else don't know. They're never gonna form a business. You wanna know why? They ain't gonna hire these people. They're never going to. They're never going to. But you too caught up in trying to be cool with everybody and trying to have fun with everybody before you even care about the actual trajectory of the people that you claim that you want to help. I don't ever want to hear nobody talk about how much the 94 crime bill affected them. Unless you tell me how much you put a motherfucker beneath the goddamn ground who sold that shit within your fucking community. Now, when you want to talk about that type of shit, then I'm willing to listen to your 94 crime bill shit. But if you're talking about just trying to let these stupid ass fuck niggas off the hook for the shit that they done in the fucking, man, fuck that. It's too easy to allow you to be surviving within the people within the environment, walking around with some bullshit opinion like that. Man, fuck you. You have more sympathy for and empathy for the fucking destroyer of the fucking environment. You don't even want to talk about the people who receive stray bullets. Kids are dead for no fucking reason within the same environment. So that dude can sell a rock within the environment. They can end up being some type of crime somewhere else. There are places for you within this environment. There is the BGS Edmore, Arta Edmore, Angry Man. That's places where fuck niggas go. They got places for you. But complaining about this shit ain't gonna do nothing but make me hunt you the fuck down and try to bring some consequences to your motherfucking ass. I'm not a dude. I'm not a shoulder to cry on when it comes to this 94 crime bill shit. Fuck you. What about the motherfuckers who lost their lives within the fucking environment? See, if you was raised with some motherfucking home training and a strong ass masculine motherfucking man in the fucking house, there was no strong masculine man in the house and gangster shit going on at the same time. It was a subtraction of the man in the fucking house that allowed this bullshit to move forward within the environment. And because you a dumbass piece of shit who think you got a piece of ass out of the environment, dude, your dumbass was there to help her maintain her control over the fucking environment, and you wanted to claim that you had game. I got a significant level of hatred for you motherfuckers. Not because I want your woman or y'all want the kids of this woman taken care of, because I understand the root cause all the way to the end. You're a fucking coward. That's what you are. A fucking coward. And the minimum thing that you can do in the fucking environment is to act like you give a fuck about street niggas within the fucking environment without caring about the middle class and the upper class people who move from the fucking environment to get the fuck away from you crazy ass motherfuckers. Fuck you. I see your ass unsubscribing. Hurry up. Get the fuck out of here. It's 2021. It's time for the pain. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. You wasn't listening in the first fucking place. I'm not a shoulder to cry on after you didn't fucking fuck your shit up. There is no re-red pill. All right? That's what happened. You didn't listen. You didn't practice the shit. You wanted to listen to both sides of it and practice the most amount of bullshit within the environment. That's what you did. That's what you did. This is why these punk motherfuckers never jump up on panels. You want to know why? Not even fucking anywhere near the point of being educated on the shit that they claim that they're against. Okay, who is for the crime bill? See, you can't even have a dialogue with these stupid motherfuckers because they're not even interested in researching the actual subject. Ayo, they wanted to be respected by a woman first, and then they was gonna get their shit together after the woman within this environment respected them, or they felt to be respected by them. That's when they wanted to get their shit together. When they know that they don't even qualify for an average at best. Average at best is not who these dudes' first baby mama even look like. She look way worse than that. This is what we have within the environment. They never jump up on panels. They never have their own discussions about the 94 crime bill. They do the same shit that this G with a PhD is in fucking St. Louis on some stupid shit. Glad-handed, you stupid motherfuckers who think that somebody like that give a fuck about you. That dude's trying to make a documentary and make 50 bands off the shit. And then he's gonna come back like Tariq Nasheed does. Don't you get it? It's the same shit within the environment. He don't even want to build an audience enough for the shit. He wants the shit right up front. No, he want to get PhDs fucking signed on and shit. Nigga, we're not even sure you got a PhD. But see, this is the type of shit that you have going on within the environment where you got other PhDs who don't point out the shit. We care so much about black men within the environment that we don't fucking tell them about the 50-year-old fuck niggas within the environment. The 50-year-old fuck niggas are the reason why your ass is in the position where you are now. This is why I took all my information down. My shit is like 20 documentaries of going into the right fucking direction that I'm getting assembled right now. I'm not asking for no fucking dime for that shit. This is shit that you should know. This is shit that you gonna follow. This is shit that you're not gonna be able to refute when you fucking see it when it fucking comes out. These niggas are done. The dudes themselves who are 50-year-olds who's trying to market this fucking broken reptile within the environment, who you think's being sized up to take her on? You are. I'm willing to draw lines. I don't give a fuck. I'm willing to draw strong ass fucking lines in the fucking ground and say, I'm not going there. Just like I did with a domestic terrorist piece of shit last week. I don't give a fuck. Motherfucker looking at me like, oh, you understand? Like, get the fuck out of here. This dude's trying to burrow in and fuck all that shit up. Our ability to even talk about black male issues. But Biscuit, they support sexual access to this liberal woman, but they so conservative though. All these dudes talk about all the shit they did within this aspect of society. They need a very liberal woman to do that with, but they conservative though. All these motherfuckers who hang around their dudes are pieces of shit too. I don't give a fuck. Hey, you know, you haven't pulled that dude whole card, then guess what? Your whole card been pulled with his. 52 deck of whole cards. There's no way I'm trying to sit around here and make peace with people like this within the environment. I'm not doing that. I would never do that. You have to understand, man, that you got to get your shit together. Once you got your shit together, you ain't got to give a fuck about nobody. She already has a presence within the system to which she's protected by. You don't have that. They're not conservatives. They're black male populists. Today, it's still about sexual access. It's just claiming that you're conservative is acting like you're going to leave the plantation when your whole masculinity is based on the plantation in total. That's what this shit is. How many streams are there about these 50-year-old fuck niggas about leaving this fucking counterpart all the way the fuck alone and concentrating on your motherfucking self? Where them streams at? You want to know why them streams ain't available? Because they never had a track record of doing that shit. They want your ass to keep fucking with this person so that way you can keep taking over their responsibilities of the past. That's what this shit's about. There's nothing wrong with hating people, but have a fucking reason. My rationale is I'm not fucking with these people like that. I'm not fucking around with 40 and 50-year-old women who's trying to talk sense into these women. These hoes made it easy for Jessica X to come take over the fucking space. Why? These bitches are fucking stupid as fuck. This is why she can able to come around here and just talk reasonable and have a bevy of dumb ass fucking ignorant ass bitches walk into the fucking Venus flytrap. Why? Because these motherfuckers are stupid. Squandered their motherfucking femininity because they thought that there was gonna be a lot of dumbass guys who was gonna be able to retire their motherfucking ass. And I'm not saying she shouldn't do it. I say she should, to prove just how bad the counterpart is within the environment, to embarrass the fuck out of it. All these people who claim to be community minded, they're not community minded. The only thing they give a fuck about is having everybody else's responsibility taken care of by the least protected person within the society and the environment. That's what being community minded is about. Acting like you give a fuck about people that you can't save. Acting like you give a fuck about people that you can't help. Acting like you give a fuck about people that you cannot possibly move to the next level. Why? You never move to the next level your goddamn self. I don't need to hold my tongue. I'm sorry. I can afford for my opinion to matter outside this motherfucking shit. And this is why I've always reserved the right to speak my fucking mind. Fuck a team. I don't need a goddamn team. I don't need to hide behind large amounts of subscribers and fucking graphics and all that shit. On me, bruh. I ain't got to do all that dumbass shit. And I got receipts to show for it. Only thing you got to do is tell me which IRS office that you want to go to, so that way I can show your motherfucking ass and I can fucking destroy your motherfucking ass on the live stream. Not a big deal. There shouldn't be people in this society who care about people who sold poison to our people back in the day, man. There shouldn't even be one individual within this environment who actually believes dumb shit like that. Not one person should believe that type of shit within this environment. Not one. Any other group of people that I'm around, they think this shit is insane that we keep fucking around with these people within the environment. They think it's insane that they got 50-year-old fuck niggas within their goddamn environment talking about underworld and body game and trying to come back with a new different group of motherfuckers and shit, calling niggas master teachers with no fucking proof of fucking concept of the shit that they talk. It's just all types of shit. I'm just telling you, I'm not fucking around with these dudes. I am here with the sword of fucking Damocles, and I am chopping from the waist high. I don't give a fuck. They're trying to make it one big happy ass fucking black family, man. You can't be no one big happy ass black family with these type of fucking people around. My grandfather never said to be friends with these type of people. He said if we're gonna come together, it's to dig a big ass hole. And one group of people's going in it, and the other people's gonna be digging the motherfucker. And guess which side what you need to be on. These are the failures from the actual 70s who thought that blaxploitation need to be a ramification of life, who's trying to still come back today trying to make it look like this stuff has been messed up forever. This is what this shit's about. All because they want to teach you that being undisciplined within the environment is somehow going to get you to the position that they're at. What position are they at within the environment that non-discipline have gotten them to? You have to find your own fucking identity outside of these fucking reptiles within the environment. You have to. Because if you keep these people around, they're going to always have relevance whenever you get your stuff together within the environment. Then they're just going to chew your ass up anyway. This shit is not that goddamn hard. But that's what it is within the environment. None of the stuff matters within the environment. Everybody wants all this changed outcome. Nobody cares about the input. Why is it that don't nobody give a fuck about the input? The input is inexperienced men with overly experienced women, most of which have been defiled by the same 50-year-old fuck niggas who's trying to pretend like all this shit's cool. Trying to leverage your sexual access within the environment versus their actual over experience within the same environment. They're trying to sell your ass down the fucking well. They don't give a fuck. I'm just saying, don't come to my channel with that shit. Take your dumb ass to some other fucking channel. There's plenty of fuck niggas around here who want to hear that type of shit. I'm not one of them. No, I'm not saying go that far. Yeah, I'm not with doing that. I ain't serving a day for these dudes. Not a day, not an afternoon, nothing. Just leave them the fuck alone. Leave them the fuck alone. Stay away from what they're trying to protect and understand why the manosphere have attracted the level of women that has came to the manosphere. You think the manosphere was a place that attracted all these motherfucking decent women within society? What do you think the manosphere has attracted? It has attracted the exact same women that you should stay the fuck away from within society. Every woman out here is looking for a turnip truck guy. They're looking for a guy that rolled off the turnip truck, who take them 100% seriously and could somehow manage a six-figure job. This is what you got going on within the environment. And you got 50-year-old dudes who's trying to escort you right into the buzzsaw of these guaranteed consequences within the environment. I see them doing it all the time. The only thing they got to say is from this date to this date, these people are finished. Do not talk to them. Do not associate them. Do not take them seriously. Nothing. Leave them alone. But don't worry. You can just walk within the environment and just say you care about the people who got locked up from the 94 crime bill. And all of a sudden, people think that you're supposed to be relevant within the environment. This is crazy. It's easy to move forward. Very easy to move forward. But you got to be able to make those steps and procedures by yourself. And I'm not trying to gain extra friends. I'm trying to kick all the motherfuckers out here who claim to be friends off the fucking boat. Because y'all don't even deserve to be here. Yeah, of course you can't unsee it. It's the same shit. Same people. Same motherfuckers over and over again. And they get to hide behind the fact that they're successful. It's the simple fact that they're holding behind the whole environment and shit, which is the reason why they get to keep doing it. There's nothing wrong with the manosphere, man. It's just a lot of failed men join the manosphere to take it in another direction that it didn't need to go. No matter how long you've been a part of this process, you are still going to need to stay away from one group of people. Do you understand how much power women got within the society and the environment since the black manosphere, especially the black side, have came to fruition within the environment? The women have got an enormous amount of power within the environment. You want to know why? Everybody's selling game. Everybody's selling hope. Everybody think there's a way past this stuff. Why do you think it attracted a certain demographic of women? How come this place didn't attract the actual women that did the shit right? Why do you think that's not the case? And there's nothing that's sad about it. It's something that you have to be realistic about looking at. You have to be realistic about this shit going forward. There is no more re-red pill. If your ass is on child support docket, who you got to blame for that? You think these 50-year-old dudes talking from their fucking living rooms or telling you about how they been a high value man or trying to teach you how to be a purple pill simp and a fucking sucker? You think this dude's going to be out here facing the consequences of these environment that you are actually facing yourself? No, dude, these people have sense enough to leave this shit the fuck alone, and you got to do the same thing yourself. There's nothing wrong with it. So let me get up out of here because I got something else to do yet again. And you guys are a really nice one.